Now I am going to show you how to update the data. In order to update the data, I am going to work with the index function. This is okay, or if you want you can create another function, but I am now going to just use this one. So I am going to make it commented so that this does not make any problem. Now I am going to show you how to update the data. In order to update the data, in order to get all the data from the table, you see that we use the customer get, right? In order to get any single data, then what I will do, I will use the find function, that is customer find. So here I am going to show you the ID 1. For example, I want to get the ID 1 from that customer. So in the parameter of the find, I just put the ID name. If you go here in the table, you will see that in the customers table there are total 3 IDs, 1 2 3. Now I am going to give 1. So I am going to check what is actually going to come in the output. So I am going to show you this one. So for example, all the data of the single, for example, single data like this, or single customer data. If I get this in my hand, then all the data is in my hand. Now I can pull one by one. For example, I am going to show the single customer data of name. So if I go here now and refresh in the show, it is actually in the index. So here I am going to copy and paste it here like this. So here you see that the first name is showing. That means where id equal to 1, its name is showing. If I give the parameter here 2, what will come? Refresh, you see that Patrick is showing. That means the second one, the second id equal to 2, and here name is showing. If I want to get the email address, then I will give here email of that id like this. So the email address is now here. So in this way, this is a way to get the customer data using the customer find function. As I am going to update the data, I am going to get it, for example, single customer data. That is okay. Now I will do one thing, that is, after getting all the single customers, I am going to reset the values like this. The single customer data of name is now, for example, where there is one, my name was Murshidul Arifin. Now I want to give here, I want to change the name to Arifin. Okay, so I just change the name, and I am going to change the email address, for example, into arifin@gmail.com. so it will be email address. Now I will update the data. So what I will do, single customer data of update, or here save. There is a save function, you can use the save function. So if I now use the save, what will happen? As I am going to use the find, that means one single data is in my hand. If I give here save, what will happen? If I go here, if I refresh, for example, refresh. Now if I go to show the data, you see that my name is changed and email is changed. If I go here, refresh, you see that name and email, these two are changed. If I give here update, what will happen? If I update the data, refresh, I am going to change my name to Murshidul. Okay, now I am going to refresh this one, then come this one, refresh, you see that this is also working. So if you want to update the data, you can use the update function or you can use the save function. Both functions will work here, but remember that here you will have to use the find function. If you want to update the data, and instead of find, if you want to use the get function, it will actually used to get all the data from the database, but find is used, or fast. If you want, you can give here the fast. If you give here the fast, then you will have to use the where. That means in the where I will put a condition, where id equal to 1. There is a where closure here that you can use, that is customer where. So I get all the data from the table where id equal to 1, and I will use the fast function. That means a single data will also come here, and this will also work. I am going to reset my name again. Now you see that now it is Murshidul, but after the reset I refresh it, I go to table, you see that the name is changed. That means again it is back. So this method is also working. So into many ways in Laravel you can update your data. You have a lot of flexibility. I am just showing you using the model, but if you want, you can also remove this way. You can use the DB, or you can use the raw SQL query to update the data or save the data, etc. But just as I have created model, I am going to use the eloquent ORM system to show data, update data, insert data. Similarly, if I want that, I want to delete the data. For example, I will delete the data when the index will run. I am going to use the same function, not going to create another function. I am using the same one. So delete is very simple. If you want to delete any data, so here you can use the find like previous. Just get the data using the find like previous, and use the delete function. Just single customer data of delete. For example, I want to delete the ID number 3, so I give here find 3. That means which data will be deleted? The third row will be deleted. Now if I refresh, if I come here, you see that the third row is not here now. That means it is deleted successfully. So this is very easy. So in this way you can insert data, update data, show data, and delete data using the model.